Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. Hope you guys are having a nice day today. So today we made money. Yes sir. Yes sir. We made $899, and I'll show you guys the executions here. This was a short, forever model short, and I was targeting a hourly swing low, which was this one, and that got taken, and we hit full TP. So we're gonna go through and do just a top-down analysis. This is nearing the day end, so might be a little bit hindsight-y, but okay, we're just gonna go through it. So firstly, we have a daily bullish fair value gap, and we have that on both sides. So pretty interestingly enough, the 4-hour order flow wise were not correlating. Okay, so on NQ it was bearish, so we have this 4-hour bearish fair value gap, and also we have this 4-hour change in the state. So then once we had that, bearish order flow is bearish, right? So on the other hand, we also have bearish order flow here, or bullish order flow here that we made right there, and then after that we again made bearish order flow. So NQ was bearish. I was targeting Thursday low, and on ES we had bullish order flow at the time, and yeah, we had inversed this fair value gap here. We at 10 a.m. closed through this body here, and we made a 4-hour change in state. So however, I did take the trade before 10 a.m. so in a way kind of broke my rules a little bit, but it's not that much of an important rule to follow. And why is that? All you really need to do is just de-risk at these times, and yeah, just de-risk or just not trade at all, depending on the day. So in my opinion, going to the 1 hour, the draw was pretty clear today, being that we had this bearish value gap, we had bearish order flow, so this change in the state on the 1 hour, and yeah, we closed below that body, these bodies, and we had the change, we had the bearish value gap, and same thing on ES. So bearish value gap, no bearish change, but we do have bearish order flow. So in the 1 hour it is aligning, right? However, if it was on the 1 hour and the 4 hour both were discorrelating, then I'd probably like step away from the chart, but obviously that wasn't the case. So after we got this bearish fair value gap at 9:30, I think we were already inside it. Yep. And we had on ES a 15-minute fair value gap right here. So we had this 15-minute fair value gap, and same thing on on NQ we had this 15-minute fair value gap. On ES we had also also a 15-minute fair value gap. So that was my high time frame pre-D array at the time, and just to overlap that, we also have that hourly fair value gap on both assets. So why did I take what I took on ES and not NQ? Because ES was the weaker asset. So let's zoom into the 1 minute now. Nothing really much on the 5 minute, by the way. Oh, forgot to say something as well. Using this range here, we had reached equilibrium, so that's why I was able to take a 1 minute entry. So we had already reached equilibrium there, and then zoom into the 1 minute. We had our internal manipulation at the open. Now this internal manipulation could be better, however this is enough, right? It is internal manipulation, it's inside a 15-minute fair value gap, everything is aligning here, right? Now what could have made this trade better was that if we had taken out this high here, these equal highs, then it would have been a better setup, but obviously we didn't, and the grade of the setup changed, right? NQ took out these highs, or rather this high already, and that was basically SMT. Could probably use this high instead. We'll use this high, and that was our SMT, and ES was the weaker asset, so that's why I took it on ES. So short position, boom, stop at the body of the change in state, and my take profit was this hourly low. Right here. Now I could have targeted Thursday low on ES, and I did target that. However, NQ had already taken that out. So knowing that, it took it out at 9:49, I think. Yeah, 49 right here. We took out Thursday low. So I take out 10 micros, and yeah, take partial there. And yeah, 10 a.m. was PMI. No, it was consumer sentiment. So 10 a.m. was consumer sentiment, and then we kind of dumped lower, but didn't take anything take any partials there. So over here, we started chopping, right? And somewhere around here, I took out some more because I didn't like the chop. So I'll show you the executions. So here I accidentally took it out because on MNQ I was looking at it and I was like, wait, there's no inversion there, right? But obviously don't look at MNQ, don't chart on MNQ, chart on ES. Or don't look at MES, chart on ES. Okay, so when I took that initial short, I exited early. Why? Because I didn't see the inversion on MES, and I thought, oh, ES probably won't have an inversion either. So I checked again, and the inversion was there. So I retook the trade, and I held the trade, came lower, and then NQ took out Thursday low at 10:49. So at 10:49, I took out some partials. So I took out 10. Same price. 0.5 difference, but took out most of my partials here, or took out most of my orders here, and then let the rest run. So letting the rest run, and took another partial right here. So at 11:12. So the reason why was because we were just chopping so much, and yeah, that was literally it. And after that, we had another internal model here. So we had a internal manipulation, changing the state, and our inversion for value gap right here. So that was another internal model, and going to the sell side liquidity down there. Now, obviously, this model here wasn't really that valid because we're not going off of anything, we're not tapping anything apart from this 15-minute order block. So in my opinion, it was a bit low probability, so obviously don't really take that. And as well as that, our draws were already taken by MQ, so yeah, wouldn't take that. So overall, it was a 1 to 4.86. I think I exited my first order at like a loss of 200 or something. So I took 2 shorts here, right? And I exited some, so I think it was 5 micros. Yep, I exited out of 5 micros, and then I was like, okay, wait, I'm in a little bit too much. So I exited a little, and then I ended up being risking like 400, and my fill was like down here, so it was a pretty terrible fill. But nevertheless, yeah, I re-entered because of the ES thing, because of the inversion. Yeah, so overall today was pretty decent read. I actually also thought of this, also we had SMTD size. I actually also thought that we were accumulating here, and since higher time frame we were bullish, we had this daily fair value gap. I was expecting this to be the total soup of these lows here, of Thursday low, and then for us to come higher. But obviously that didn't really happen. And in my back testing, I don't really exit when the draw on a different asset is already taken. I usually just partial, or I go break even, right? It depends on the R, obviously, but yeah. I think that's it. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's trade recap. Tried to make it a little bit quicker than usual, but didn't end up being that quick. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next trade recap. Love and appreciate you all. Peace.